Hi everyone, welcome to Heart to Heart, and I thank you for your support and your subscribing to the YouTube channel Heart to Heart, Cuore Cuore, and all your feedback. I really appreciate that. I think it's really important in these days that we do spend time encouraging one another in the things that God is asking us to do. And I want to encourage you today to step out, be brave in the strength of God, to do the things He's calling you to do, because He has equipped us and is equipping us with His power and His grace and His mercy. And these things are so important to us in these days. One of the things that I wanted to share with you today is so important for us to learn to hear the voice of God, to hear what He is saying, whether it's through a person, whether it's through the word, whether it's through a vision, a dream. There's so many different ways He can speak to our hearts. And it's really important that we learn to do that, to listen to Him, to know His voice. As He says, we are the sheep, He is the shepherd, and recognize it. So today I just wanted to share with you from John 15. And I'm just going to read it from the Passion Translation. Obviously, please follow it from yours. I really encourage you, if there's any references or things that I may share, please look them up in the words so that you can see God and hear God speaking to you through His word. Because I know that I can read the word, read a verse, and you can read a verse, and you may have an expansion or a depth that God will reveal to you personally, because His word is so personal, absolutely personal. And I think that's really important to know that and to remember that. The verse I want to share with you is from John 15. And He says in verse 5, I am the sprouting vine and you're my branches. As you live in union with me as your source, fruitfulness streams from within you. But when you live separated from me, you are powerless. This is such a true word. We need Him. We are powerless without Him. And being connected to Jesus, being connected, it's not a one-way relationship. You know, when we receive a revelation from His word, or we hear Him speaking to our hearts, it's good and right to respond to Him, to have that conversation. Prayer is conversation. It's a kind of conversation. And so as we talk to Him, as He talks to us, there is a two-way relationship. And we all know that with relationships, humanly speaking, if it's all one way, it's not very fruitful. But He's saying here that if you stay connected to me, it will flow, the power of God, the goodness of God, the mercy of God, the compassion of God. His love will overflow from that relationship. So today is the day. If you're not used to having that two-way relationship, begin today. Begin today, where you begin to speak to God. He's not unapproachable. That's why Jesus came, so that we could have that free communion with our Father. Talk to Jesus and listen to the Holy Spirit. He will guide you. He will lead you. He will counsel you. You know, it says in the Gospels, you know, don't be afraid of what questions people ask you, for example, or what you're going to say in a situation that may be difficult and you need wisdom. He gives us the promise he will give us the words to say. So when you feel a nudging of the Holy Spirit or a encouragement to step out in areas you may not have stepped out in before, just remember who resides within you, who it is that will empower you. Talk to him. Tell him where you're at. You know, Moses did that. When he went before Pharaoh, he had an argument with God beforehand when God said, go to Pharaoh and tell him to set my people free. And Pharaoh saying, but I'm useless at talking. I can't say these things. I don't know what to say. And we might say the same thing. Oh, I'm shy. I'm afraid. I don't have a great ability to communicate. Well, I know from personal experience that the very time that I realize I don't have the words to say and the sense of weakness or lacking of strength, as I lean on him because of his promise, he fills the void. He fills the weakness with his strength. He gives the words to say, the way to communicate. Even with something as simple as a video, it seems easy. But let me tell you, it's so important that we hear what God says, even through something like this. So again, I encourage you, have the conversation, talk to your Father, talk to Jesus, listen to them, let the Holy Spirit guide you. He will talk to you as well. He will lead you to the right places, to the word, to the answers, to the people that you are to share the good news with. He will lead you. He will lead you into new, fresh pastures. And those pastures means that they're good. They're full of food, full of, as sheep. You don't lead a sheep into a pasture that is dry and there's nothing to eat. You lead them into good pastures. And that's what it says in Psalm 23, doesn't it? The Lord is my shepherd. I will not want. I do not have need of anything, for he leads me beside waters that are calm and still, and into green pastures. And often that place is a place of rest, and that resting is trusting God. So I'll leave you with that encouragement today. I leave you with my thankfulness. I leave you with blessings from God as you step out today into newness. Every day is a new opportunity to start again if you need to. God is always with you, and he always has his hand out, holding ready for you to hold his and walk forward. So bless you, and don't forget to like the videos. Send me feedback. I love hearing your revelations and how God has touched your heart. It encourages me. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share it with other people. Share the word of encouragement with others. Okay? See you next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.